You may say, what's coming out of the clouds, Gina? Who is they? It's them right here. They're coming out of the clouds. You can tell that they don't look like clouds, but they're in the clouds. And as the clouds are gathering, they're coming out from inside the clouds, is what they're doing. And I'm still at Mount Etna. I am, you all. I want to take you over to Mount Etna because they are coming out of the clouds. And I just can't help it. Really can't help it. Let me do this, you all. See if we can do this. Because we got them going. See, look at some. There's some right here coming out. Hopefully we can, if I can do this, I can get them bigger, you all. I can make them go really big. I really can. I'm going to look at them. Okay, let's watch them. Let's watch them coming out of the clouds. It's really fascinating, you all. It really reminds me of, it's a mess. It is a mess. Can you all hear me? Hello, everyone. They're coming out of the clouds, and it's some type of a life form. Hello. I wasn't going to do a video because I was so exhausted, but I thought I'm going to bed, so that's where I'm at. I'm relaxing, looking at them coming out of the clouds. Look at that. It's today. This is the timestamp, and it's wild. It's so wild. If you've ever seen anything like this, and I think they might be intelligent. They really might. There's just so much going on. Too much really going on. When it gets to like to the 19-second, then more start coming out and scraggly looking. And I thought I seen somebody posted a comment, third close encounter of the second kind, the ending or something. They had these pods, and these beings wrote in like black, ropey like things, and they was trying to figure out how to communicate with them, is what they were trying to do. So look at them, you all. Isn't it wild? Okay, let's watch these other ones coming out, because they're coming out too. Watch them. They're going to come straight out of the clouds, you all. Is that not wild? There's no way that this can be dismissed. Okay, you cannot dismiss this and say that this is not a life form unless you just want to be dismissive. No cloud is going to do this. No normal cloud is going to do this, you all. Come out like this. Hello, everyone. Because it's quite evident. At the volcanoes, you all, they just keep coming out. I've never seen such an exodus like I've seen. I have not. And I've watched these clouds, but this is the wildest, the absolute wildest I've ever seen coming out like this. Something has awakened them. I really do feel something has awakened these beings. They are coming from below, going through the clouds. And it is a sight to see. I think the one time I went on an airplane to Cancun with my sister, I think I saw a whole bunch of these clustered together because they look like a great big tarry rope from the airplane. And they were They were so long, and I thought, what on earth? That was the first time I ever seen them. But I've never seen them in this condition that they're in now. And if you look, I'm not sure if they're like coming from the other dimension and stuff, but it looks like they came out of the clouds and they still keep coming, is what they do. And it is the most fascinating thing. And to document, it really is, you all, because this is a life form. I don't even know how I would communicate with it. I don't. I guess be myself because maybe they're so. Look at that. Look at that coming straight up out of there, you all. It's coming straight up out. What is it? Look at them. And they're not afraid. What if something's driving them out? They've awakened, you all. They really have awakened. What if there's some type of spirits or something? What on earth? What happened? I didn't touch that. Did you see that? I don't know what happened. Do you all know what happened? I'm not sure what happened just now. I thought we were looking at the timestamp. Okay, let's see if something happened and they messed up the timestamp. Oh, now I messed it up. Now I messed it up. That's about right. I didn't want to go over to that part. I just wanted to get to 1623 to where they started coming out of the clouds. That's what I wanted to get to when I see them start coming out. Because I think probably maybe somebody cut the timestamp. They're coming out over there on this side, you all. But it's not as dramatic as this side because this side is more attached to the sunlight. 1615, because we really did not get very much time to stare at them. I don't mean to stare, really. I mean to watch them coming out of the clouds. Hello, everyone. So we're just watching these, and I've got to be careful because this is a touchscreen laptop. Oh, yes, right here. Yes, I love it. Okay, 1621. Let's see if we can try to keep the time on here and see if they don't do something and hide the time. Because I think this is where we were, and the time jumped on us to 1623. All of a sudden, of course, we could have got stuck in a time loop or something, but look at that. Coming straight out, you all. This is so sci-fi, but it's real. It's so real. I'm sitting here thinking, really, how would you communicate with these? Did you see that? What happened? Did the camera change positions or something? It could have changed positions. Okay, I just say maybe the camera tried to change positions. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you all look at that. Look like some hydras in the air. Oh my gosh. Look at them, you all. Oh, wow. Let's get a full screen. I love looking at these. I really love it because they're so fascinating. Just don't know exactly what they are other than some type of a life form in the clouds. And they're stringy and they're very black. Look at that. And I apologize for not looking at the comment, but I am so caught up in looking at this. I really am. You can see the timestamp. This is Mount Etna. Isn't it fascinating? Oh, they're coming up some more, coming up over here. It's like they're coming up. If you type in, let me span up here. Well, I don't wanna miss having some of these coming. Does that look like windows down there, you all? Look at like does that look like square windows down there? Does it? You see what I'm saying? I put it right there in the center of the screen. Some type of a square window or something. Oh, I think this is a ship over here too. I really do. Some kind of a ship. Well, okay, if it's scary, you're being desensitized. Okay, it's best to be desensitized to the scary if it's scary. Okay, but at least you got some foreknowledge of these beings in the sky, and they're coming from below. Oh, wow, that one got really dark. I don't know if there are normal cloud beings. I really don't, you all. Oh, wow. Looks like it's got some white inside of there, y'all. What are they got a pod? Are they carrying stuff on the inside of it? Really ask yourself, are they carrying? I hope they're not kidnapping our sky beings. I really do. Wouldn't that be terrible if they're coming from the clouds below? And oh my gosh, and they're kidnapping some of the clouds, our cloud beings themselves. Wow. I hope that's not true, you because sometimes, I know this sounds weird, you all, but it looked like they had their they looks like they got their self wrapped around some of these. There's like white things inside of there because you can see them. And I don't know if they're being held prisoner or nothing. It really does look like there's something in them. Spiritual warfare, look, they're all over the place. And this is Mount Etna. It's not smoke. They're coming out of nowhere, you all. Look at the just leaping out, jumping out. Actually, they're rising up out of wherever they've been. Oh, what if they rising out after hundreds of thousands of years? Because have you seen them like this? If you were to see these in your sky, all of a sudden, and would that scare you really? And and do they do this every day? You see, they got like a tail behind them. You can see that they're coming straight up because they're leaving like a trail or something behind them. Look like a spider right there. They can make any shape they want, I would assume. But it look like there's some type of beings wrapped up inside of there. I really hope that they are friendly. I do, you all. Because I wouldn't want them to wrap the black stuff all around me. Look at that. Looks like tangled up plant roots and stuff. It really does. Oh my gosh. It's what is in there, you see? Inside that black area. It is so fascinating. It's like I love having the opportunity to come on this YouTube and do this. I really, really love it. And I'm very thankful for it. Even though, I get shadow banned at times, I really am thankful to be able to just even do this, to document. Makes me want to just hold my breath. It does. Just want to hold my breath staring at these in the sky. They're just rising up. And I guess when they get so high up, well, see, they start changing the color of the sky. It looks like there's one trying to come up down here. Where are you at? I see your body trying to raise. I really do. Where is it at, you all? Oh, there it is right there. It's rising up from down there. Are they rising up from the ground and then up into the sky? When I think of volcanoes at this moment, I'm thinking that a volcano is a very sacred area. Um, Real sacred, especially they're still coming up from below you all. Do you all feel like it's sacred, sacred land? They look like graphene. Well, I don't think they're graphene. I had a dream probably around a couple years ago that you weren't supposed to go out. Nobody went outside after sundown when the sun was setting because these dark, shadowy like things like this came out at night when the sun was going down, and you didn't want to be outside when they came, and everybody was going to go indoors and look at them. They're still coming up. And me and my daughter had a flat tire. We was trying to get the tire fixed in order to get inside the building, and someone helped us. And then I seen these in the sky. They were enormous, but they turned into shadow being like human body like things, great big giants in the sky, and they were just smiling like they were ha ha. But they weren't these ones right here. I am wondering. You seen how dark they were, and how dark the big UFO, the black UFO ship was when it went in front of the Hawaii Observatory at the CFA Canada France Hawaii Telescope that we documented. They were this dark of a black, dark charcoal gray. I'm wondering if these are connected to it. I really do, because they're still coming out. There's probably millions of them, really millions, and you can see them leaving a trail behind. Um, See, they can make these circles in the sky too if they want, I guess. Look, the timestamp is 1632. Look at that one. Yeah, this is really important documentation. And I don't know if anyone else is documenting these, but it's important. When I see the ISS go over a lot of areas, I see really dark, dark areas like this. And I try to go to the Google Maps and see if it's anything on the Google map that would match it, and it doesn't match it at all. It doesn't. Look at them. They're coming out. I don't know how long they come out, you all, but look, where are they coming from? The earth. Now, someone may say demons are being released. I sure hope not. I really hope not. I know this is this is one of the most strangest occurrences I've ever seen coming out of the clouds. You know, you hear about the black cubes, little cubes flying out of the clouds, or birds, but never this. And how are they ascending? How are they ascending in the sky while the clouds are resting below? How? Do they have the ability to rise like that? Do they have special powers or something? They got built in, I don't know how they would get up there really. Are they really light or I don't know how they work. Look at that one. It looked like I don't know which one to focus on. The first time I seen something like this was in the tips of the clouds when I first started this journey. I was zooming up on the clouds by the moon with my binoculars and my iPhone, and I saw the tips of something like this on the clouds, but I've never seen it stretched out like this. They just keep coming, is what they do. And this is in Italy, and there's something white going up here by itself. Where are you going? See, this is a white one going up by itself, whatever that is. So maybe it escaped if it was being held prisoner. And I don't know why I was saying that it was maybe trying to take some cloud beings hostage. So if these come up and they ascend in the sky, where do they go? I did have a picture of one of these beings. I did. In a picture on an orange cloud, and it looked like it was the figure, it was like a little stick man on the clouds, is what it looked like. And I shared it. So these are some type of a being. If I can find that picture, it's in my cell phone. I know it's in my cell phone. I should share it when I find it so you can see that. I think that's the very first account I have of them. And okay, there's some more trying to rise up out of the clouds. Where is it at? It's rising up from below. Look at that, you all, straight up from below. And I think they expand as they rise up. Yeah, they do. Somehow, as they rise up, more show up. And how is that possible? If all of them didn't rise at the same time, how could they multiply? Really, how could they? I hope this is not too close up for you all. I really hope it isn't. Yes, it's Mount Etna. Is that coming out of the volcano now? Because I think that is the mouth of the volcano right there. I really do. And if that's the mouth of the volcano, is there somewhere in some kind of written history where stuff comes out of the mouth of a volcano? They're still coming. And these over here, these have stayed over here. They're just nonchalant. They're staying in their position for some strange reason. They're not moving. It kind of looks like they got something they got something trapped inside it. It looks like they got something inside of there trapped. I hope they don't. I hope they really don't got some beings in there. It looked like there's like 3 beings inside of that spot. Um, and now we're looking at the timestamp 1638. So this could be this smoky grayish sandy color could be coming from, we got another one coming up out of the clouds, could be coming from the volcano itself. Look at that. They're just coming straight up. It looks like they've died down some. So it only took them probably, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe 20 minutes to do their ascent from the clouds. Maybe it's something they do every day, and perhaps we don't know about it really. But these clouds, so many clouds gather around all the volcanoes they do around the world. And the cloud cover is so thick and the fog is so thick, one cannot see. And it covers the whole entire base of the volcano so we can't see what's happening. And I'm sure it's because of reasons like this. Did you just see that? We just see something shoot across some of that, or I didn't have that camera over there that fast? Looked like something went from one cloud to another. It was one of those things, is what it looked like. Um, see, what are they doing under there? See, they could. Are we seeing them going across the sky, you all? They could, if they're intelligent, they could even write. They could write. They could make themselves form certain shapes and probably write in the sky. No, I see something flying around up there. They probably could. And what if this has something to do with that kind Cocoon movie too? I never seen any of them, but the Cocoon 2, how that's how they spoke, and they didn't understand how to read it. And then they asked this one woman, "Did you have any dreams last night?" And she did have a dream, because there was scientific information that, you see these, that said that you can be communicated through your dream state. Wow, look at this, you all coming up out of the volcano. I'm pretty sure that's the mouth of the volcano right there. Yeah. Okay, they're still coming up, you all. Look at them. It is really cool. You all, please give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Really, a lot of people really need to see this stuff. They should see it, because if they look up in the sky one day and they see something like this going on, uh, and if it was really numerous, they'd probably be horrified. They'd be scared to death, probably. Is there faces on that? Are there faces in there? Is that coming out of eyes, orifices, and stuff, you all? Oh my gosh, you all, we got to get some more. We got to get more of them. We see the timestamp at Mount Etna. They're still coming out. I bet this looks, if you've got a big screen TV and you have the ability to watch this on YouTube on a big screen TV, I bet this looks so cool. Really. I could have put this laptop at a higher resolution, but I got too much stuff on it, so I had to do it at a 1080. It has a 1440 resolution, but that's okay, you all. We can do it. We can look at it coming straight up. So if you're all just tuning in, they're coming out of the clouds below, and how are they managing to lift themselves straight up into the sky, really? And are they like somehow connected to the underworld? Really, if they're coming from under the earth and through the clouds? Or is there, well, if there's cloud cover all up below, and there are, could there be all kinds of small shafts that have opened up and we can't see them underneath the cloud cover? Could that be the case? Because there would be no seeing them under the cloud cover at all. Let's look at this one. This came up to you all. There would be no seeing any shafts. Um, it's like, oh my gosh, what do you got going on? There's so many of them, you all. I don't know which one to focus on. So many. There's been around 1,000,000 of them that would come out. And there's something in them. It's giving me a hot flash. It is. It's so neat. Now, they make the sky messy. They really kind of make it messy. But it's so fascinating. Looks like it reminds me of a ink pen that is leaking, a black ink pen, and the ink is leaking all over the sky, and you got big blotches and stuff. Okay, just like that. Big blotches, but then it's like, do you see something in them? Because I think I see something inside them also. And I wonder if the black is vehicles for whatever these beings are that's coming out. I just like documenting these coming out of the clouds from below, and they rise up into the sky, and I'm not sure. They join each other in the sky is what they do, and we know that there's bound to be people in this world, like scientists and stuff, who know about these people, these beings, and where they came from and why they are here. But could you imagine trying to stand in front of a news people talking, trying to explain what's coming up out of the clouds? They would think you're done lost it. That's what they would think. These people done lost it. You wouldn't be able to. How would you describe it? Describe it. Oh, look at this one. It looks like it's just hanging there, you all. Doesn't it look like it's just hanging there, standing there waiting? You would have to be able to. The only way to explain something like that is to do this right here, document it, to prove, that these are coming out of the clouds. That's the only way. Otherwise, there's no other way to explain it without visuals. There isn't. There's so many. There is so many, you all. You would expect to see like little gray aliens or reptilians and stuff, but like this, I don't even have a name for it. I don't even know what that was that went flying past. I have no idea. It looks like they're trying to stop now. It's timestamp right here. There's more coming up. They're still coming. And look, they'll come up all by themselves. Look at this one. This one just came out of the volcano mouth. It did. It just came straight up out of the volcano mouth. It's not an illusion at all. This is real. You've got to learn to think outside the box and start thinking that perhaps maybe we're not the only species, not the only life form on this earth, that there's other life forms, because there are other life forms. And this is a one that is making itself known. It really is. And it doesn't look human. So if it doesn't look human, can it even speak our language? And how would you communicate with it? How would you communicate? It'd be kind of difficult unless this could read your mind or something. And you'd be in trouble if it can sense your vibration and you have some anger in you and it thinks, oh, well, you are going to be an enemy. I don't think I like that because I've done you no harm. I just showed up in your skies. It is mesmerizing. It is. If you watch it, it's quite mesmerizing, but it is not an illusion. People can see these real dark areas in clouds. These right here, if they gathered together, all of them gathered together in the sky, they could completely black out the whole entire sky. They could cover the sky in pitch black darkness is what they could do, because it looks like they can make it to where you could not even see through them. They could cover the sky in blackness, total blackness. And that wouldn't be a pretty sight at all. Okay, I think they might have died down. Okay, I do. If you're just tuning in, we've been documenting these beings in the sky. They came out of the clouds below is what they did. So we're at Mount Etna, and I think they're done. Think they're done descending out of the clouds? Maybe. No, they're not. You're going to see it spin. Okay, see, well, there was some more. I just didn't want to wait. But this is a big, long video. It is. You can see that they'll probably continue to come out for a long, long time until they can, like, no longer come out. Until it's really dark. Look how they are just coming up out of the clouds. You all, if you're just tuning in, this is really important to see. There's this, it's standing over there again, you all. Doesn't this look like the same being standing over here again? And it's 1647, or did I go back in time? I think I probably went back a few minutes. Yeah, they're coming out of the clouds, and the ground is covered. The whole base of the mountain is covered all the way up to the top. You can't even see the opening of Mount Etna with these clouds. And since there's such a thick covering of clouds, what if below there's opening in the base of the mountain, shafts that have opened, cracks that have opened, and these are coming out from inside the earth and coming through the clouds? What if And yeah, something like that. Because it's wild. It's really wild. And it's all right, you all. Let's look at that. It's real wild. We've been on here for 40 minutes documenting doing this very thing. See, now this is coming out. We documented this one before. It just came straight out. And I don't think it does very much. But this one right here just came out of the volcano's mouth. Right here. The mouth of the volcano. I don't know. Maybe they live in the volcano. Inside it. They could. It's wild. Ah, thank you, Scotty. No, it's not a gas. It's well, it's got to be light enough to rise up in the air, so it can't be heavy, heavy. So it could be some kind of gas, I guess. Um, wow, isn't that wild? It's so wild. Well, I don't know if it's friendly or not, but I know it's very important to document this in a video like this, documenting it coming out of the ground at the base of Mount Etna. So I am going to go, you all. I just want to thank you all for tuning in because this is really important. It is. And there's those who really, how would you explain something like this to someone without having a visual? It'd be very, very difficult, very difficult to explain if unless you'd have to see it to believe it is really what you would have to do. See it to believe it because it's happening. And I really do not think it's the only place it's happening. It's happening all over the world, is what it is. Um, yeah. You all hit that like button. I am going to go, but thank you all so much for tuning in. And thank you, Apple Brooks Honey. And if there's any other moderator on here, thank you. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. This is my whole entire day practically had Mount Etna videos, and there was 2 or 3 videos before this one where I documented a great big UFO ship that was continually shape shifting in a live stream, and there's like a minute and something shorter version of the ship. But yeah, you can check that out. The UFOs are there too. Love you.